Welcome back to another video. On my channel, I love sharing with you how I spend less and create more. And in today's video, I'm going to specifically be talking about what I eat in a day. I've been losing weight and I wanted to share with you that you can eat healthy on a budget. This is Savvy Sauté. Keep in mind that we all have different caloric and macronutrient needs, so this is not a diet plan for you to copy, but just to gain some inspiration from. So I'm starting this video the night before, making some overnight oats. I want to make sure I have some kind of small breakfast before I have any caffeine for the day. So I am using some fat-free Fairlife milk for some extra protein, and then I want to have my fat come from more flavorful items like the pecans. I'm using some brown sugar and of course the oats, and I like to put some cinnamon in there as well. So the next morning I like to fill up my water bottle, start out with some of that, and then I eat the overnight oats that I prepped. Now I don't always have oats for my first meal. Sometimes I'll do toast or different things, but this is the easiest thing to prep and have the next day. I am way more likely to eat something before my coffee if I have it ready to go in the fridge, like a protein shake or these oats. This is my favorite time of day where I can just relax, have my breakfast, enjoy the peace and quiet, and spend some time reading before the kids wake up and start getting ready for school. Next, it's time to get out the door, and I always bring my water with me to make sure that I drink plenty of that throughout the day. And then I will make my coffee or black tea. So the Americano is one of my all-time favorite go-to coffee drinks. It is just freshly ground espresso, which is not more caffeine than regular coffee, just so you know. But I will brew 2 shots of espresso, fill the rest up with water, and then I add collagen for some extra benefits, including protein. So every scoop or every cup of coffee that I use my collagen in ends up being 10 grams of protein, and of course it helps my skin, hair, and nails. And this is when I will sit down and start working for the day. Everything from household to-do list to my business, YouTube, all kinds of things. And during that time, I usually have my second cup of coffee or tea as well. Of course, I love Starbucks and I will occasionally treat myself to a special latte, but that is usually about once a week. After being up for a few hours, I'm usually ready to cook a more substantial breakfast. So this particular day, I made myself 2 eggs over medium, and I use a cooking spray, heat on low, and then I'll use a lid to help them cook before they burn. And then I did some toast with about 1/3 of a tablespoon of butter. My water goal every day is to drink 3 of these. They're 32-ounce bottles, so usually about 96 ounces of water. It's kind of a gloomy day, and I decided to go tanning and then treat myself to a sugar-free watermelon drink. I actually wish that they made these caffeine-free because I love the flavor, that they have 5 calories in the whole can, that they're fizzy. Usually I'll just end up having one of my True Lime drinks, or if I really want the energy, I will have one of the energy added great value packets to add to my water. But today I really wanted the fizz, so that's what we're going with today. I'm gonna go drink some of this and make myself some lunch. One of my go-to lunch proteins is a seasoned chicken breast. I usually have anywhere from 4 to 6 ounces of that, and I will prep it in my oven, or like today, I just did a couple of servings in my skillet, and I didn't even have to use any oil. I just use a bunch of Creole seasoning, and then later I'll add water with a lid on top to help steam and cook the inside. Once they were cooked, I put 1 serving into the fridge, and then I made myself a big salad with some baby spinach. I love it whenever sauces and things show you in grams what the serving is, so I can easily just weigh out my portion. So this is a 30-gram serving. I'm going to change this over to grams and then just slowly do enough to get to 30. And these are my favorite beets. A serving of this is 28 grams. I'm going to do 3 servings. I find it to be a lot more reliable to weigh your food as opposed to measuring or counting out. Then I just weigh out my chicken. I wanted 6 ounces. And sometimes I also add feta to this. You could do cucumbers, anything else that sounds good to you. I am all about balance, which is why I love counting my macros. So instead of having cheese on my salad, I chose to have cheese later on with my snack. So I weighed out the pretzels that I wanted and then added some fresh mango. I weighed that just to make sure, and then I also pulled out 1 ounce of pepper jack cheese. I love combining some crunchy pretzels or chips along with some cheese for fat and some fresh fruit for carbs and fiber. It really keeps me fuller for longer and satisfies a lot of different cravings all at once. Our dinner plan was to have some steak and chicken fajitas, but I wanted to use up the leftover basmati rice I had in the fridge. So I just added that with some salsa and taco seasoning, heated that through on the stove, and then I cooked up some shrimp instead of chicken since I had chicken with my lunch. I also did some steak. So once the steak was cooked, I added the thawed out shrimp to the skillet. It had good leftover seasoning. I added some onions and cilantro to that. And then I made a creamy Cholula sauce. Just added some sour cream and Cholula. You could do this with some salsa, Frank's, you could do it with Ortega, whatever kind of sauce you like. And if you want to use a low-fat sour cream, you could do it with Greek yogurt to get more protein and less fat. Just add that onto your taco bowl or a taco salad, and this made for a really delicious, high-protein, low-fat dinner. This is when I refilled my water bottle for the 3rd time, enjoyed my dinner, and then later on I wanted to have a little sweet and savory after dinner snack. So I had some low-fat cottage cheese with raspberries, and we started watching the new National Treasure TV series. Let me know if you have been watching it. Let me know what you think. Now, I also tend to have a little bit of sugar or some kind of treat every day. It just helps me stay on track and not feel so deprived. But this time I chose the chocolate covered bananas that are frozen. I got them on clearance, and then I also ended my night with some sleepy time, stress relieving mushroom hot cocoa. It sounds really weird, but it's actually really good. I just warmed up some milk that was higher protein and finished it off with some cute little marshmallows. So that was my entire day, start to finish. I've actually been working with a nutritionist for the past year. She helped my metabolism and find out what my new calorie maintenance level is. That way we know what a good deficit is. I'm currently at a 280 calorie deficit. So just remember, we all have different calorie needs. Hopefully that gave you some inspiration. And of course, until the next video, I'll see you down in the comments.